Hi, I'm Matt Kriesel, CEO and Chairman of the Board of Medical Lock. And today I'm going to go over a brief summary of Surgilock Instrument Platforms. And before I do, as we know, healthcare is under tremendous amount of pressure from a lot of different ways, the cost of savings of time and money in the OR, infection rates, etc. And I think that Surgilock, as you'll see, greatly reduces a lot of those challenges within the OR. All the hospitals, in today's world have a lot of different challenges, but most of them are judged on their infection rates, their readmittance to infection, their overall safety rating of the hospital, their labor rates, keeping rooms on time, and then overall contract compliance. And so Surgilock, as you'll see in some of these demos that we're going to show, and in some of the features and benefits of the technology, you'll see how we can address those issues within the OR and within your hospitals. So first of all, let's talk about the problems in the United States in terms of needle sticks. Last year, the CDC reported 384,000 needle sticks, and of that, the FDA assumes only 30% of the needle sticks are even reported to the CDC and the FDA. So OR fires and burns of patients, tremendous problem within the OR itself, and as you'll see, Surgilock can greatly reduce this as well. The healthcare market roughly last year was $4.2 trillion, and of that $4.2 trillion, estimate over 30% of that is waste. In the OR specifically, Rutgers and Michigan State did a study, and in this study, they figured the average room has at least $1,800 just in drops per room. So Surgilock can greatly reduce that as well. So let's talk about the technology itself. It is a green-based, soy-based technology. It's a cross-linked polymer. And you'll see that it doesn't shear side to side or multi-directional, but yeah, you can pick it straight up. Rubber gloves do not stick to it, vinyl, all of that. It is non-allergenic. So the technology is called Elastac. It is bacteriostatic, and I'll talk a little bit about that a little bit later in the video. Surgilock, in collaboration with 3M Medical Products, used a 3M product that's much like a nylon/Teflon that makes it very tough for a needle to go through. This is the backing that we use on Surgilock as a base layer with adhesive on the back of that to be placed on the field in surgery. An incredible product, very tough. As we talk about some of the features and benefits, landing pad up on the field, Surgilock really is the only true line of defense for hands-free needle transfer. So this allows the surgeon and the scrub net nurse to hand off needles safely within the OR. Surgilock virtually eliminates OR fires and burns, as you can see in some of these videos that I'll show, how Surgilock, when it acts as a neutral platform, so when it slides off of the grounded patient, Surgilock is a neutral platform, much like an insulator. So it cannot conduct that heat or transfer. Surgilock greatly reduces the chance of fire. It takes tremendous amount of fire and heat transfer. It's virtually impossible for it to burn. As we spoke about line of defense for infection, it stops the suction, the irrigation, and some of those instruments from falling off the field and dropping down below the 42-inch magical line of sterility, and then the surgeon has to guess, well, is that below the line or not? We are radiolucent, we can x-ray through it. Bacteriostatic, as we mentioned, where bacteria will not grow on it. And again, non-absorbing, so fluid, blood, things of that nature will not absorb through it. The other thing that I want to talk about a little bit and touch on is a lot of hospitals that came back to us and said, what about cost? What about reimbursement? And so let's address that. A lot of our hospitals have had tremendous success using miscellaneous sterile code 272 with Medicare, Medicaid as a reimbursement tool to get reimbursed. So the surgeon simply dictates in his notes, place Surgilock for a line of defense for safety and infection in the OR due to surgical drops, etc. And Medicare, Medicaid just about always reimburses. So with that, I'm really excited to talk about Surgilock and introduce it into the market. And I think that as your nursing staff and surgeons go on and trial Surgilock, that you'll find that it's just like having another set of hands in the OR. And I think it's a technology that's here to stay and for the future. And I'm excited to be involved with all of your hospitals, excited to hear from purchasing, excited to hear from the OR supervisors. Surgilock is a breakthrough technology that will revolutionize the OR, and I look forward to working with all of you and really be a line of defense for safety and infection in the OR. I look forward to a long, safer environment for your patients and your staff, and thank you for the attention.